Right? Anything?
Yes, you're back.
We've got a fucking HPV vaccine, but can't get a single fucking like service for this where I don't cut out every 5 minutes. That's fine.
I was just you see on Facebook, it's trending like fetal alcohol syndrome, and I was like, I was gonna make a joke like, "Oh, Damian, they're talking about you," but he's not here, so I can't.
Why is that newsworthy?
Huh?
Why is fetal alcohol syndrome newsworthy?
I don't know.
Why is it trending?
Let me see.
Is HugS just like
Okay, now I reloaded
in stasis right now, or what?
No, he's
here.
He got a cup. He had to get a beer, and then he had to get a cup for the beer, assuming.
Yeah, definitely.
Why do you need a cup for the beer? Why can't it just go straight from like can to mouth or bottle to mouth?
Because I'm a beer snob, and like I need to like smell the beer all over.
Oh shit!
At least you're honest about it.
He's got to nose it a little bit. He's got to nose it.
Yeah, I got to like nose it, and then also like if you drink out of a bottle, you taste like a slight metallic taste from the cap. So I just throw it into a glass instead.
Is that like what age? What age can I expect to become the beer snob, or am I going to be stuck as like college?
It depends.
Forever?
It depends. Some people. Well, let's see. Are you a movie snob?
No, I don't think I'm an anything snob.
Then
kind of food. Kind of food.
It kind of like carries over into everything. You know what I mean? Like
once a snob, always a snob.
Yeah. So like you'll be a snob about everything, and if you're not a snob about anything yet, then you might not be a snob.
That's a bummer, dude. I want to be a snob about something.
Are you a melee snob?
No, I actually kind of.
You kind of are, but you also got some low standards for like melee related content in some ways as well. So
this might not be for you.
Whatever. I'll take it.
All right, let's kick this shit off. Welcome everybody to SSBM Tutorials. My name is Kira. We got HugS on today, which
what's up?
Finally happened. So this is
we're gonna learn how to use the extender. First question, HugS, why don't you use the extender? I'm sure you've never been asked that before. So.
No, this is just surprising. Do you want to ask me where I got my tag from first? Or I just start with that one.
Hey, HugS, can we get a Samus color tier list?
I'll answer that third, dude. No, I mean, after like 11 years, I'm kind of used to all the questions.
I bet.
Coming at me.
Wait, okay. By the end of HugS' tenure here, let's try to think of one he hasn't heard of, and
I've
blindside the motherfucker.
I've got one right off the bat.
I mean, related to melee at least, you know.
Well, yeah. Damn.
Have you ever killed a monkey with your bare hands?
You just said after a decade, you have heard nothing new. Like nothing can surprise you. What is the last like negative thing that surprised you about something that happened in a tournament or a scene or whatever?
The last negative thing was today. Actually, I got my first email spam. Like someone actually took the time to go on my Twitter, find my email, and then use that to subscribe me to a bunch of porn, gay, and Christian websites and newsletters. So like I go on my email today to like check like some actual like business shit, and all I see is like manhub.com, and this is how I found out it was because at first I saw
sponsored by them.
Oh, nice. Great company, I'm sure. But like I'm going through it, and I don't connect the dots to Smash yet until I look at the registered password for manhub.com. And it is Big Samus Cock. So then that's how I knew that it was a Smasher who like did this whole thing. So that's the freshest and latest.
You know what? This means you've made it. You've made it. This is it.
That's how I feel. I really feel like this is just a part of the process. You know what I mean? Like
so even within that negative, you can still find the silver lining. But the natural follow up to that question is, how many of those are you going to continue subscribing to?
I'm going to go ahead and say none because, I will say this. I'm interested in one of three of those categories. Probably not something I need like a newsletter for. You know what I mean? Like I can just it's all good.
But you could be left up to your own devices to find.
Yes. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, shout out to ManHub. Thank you guys so much for your sponsorship. Anyway,
they sent me this wonderful mic. it's kind of weirdly shaped, but
Yeah, so we pretty much wanted to have you on just so basically shit like that. But I'm sure you've got, what do you say, 11 years you've been playing. I'm sure you got a shitload of stories and bullshit about Melee and just tournament stuff. So, anything that sticks out in your mind as like something you maybe people like don't know, but you would definitely want to tell them a story.
I think I told a story once where I was on stream once and I was counting down the rankings, and it might be a little mean, but it's kind of in fun. But I was pointing out how much Kells looks like Timbaland, and then I was telling them, and I was telling my stream about this story when he came out to NorCal for a tournament, and our friend Romeo, who's like a mutual friend between myself, Mango, Bobak, and all those guys, just starts singing the Timbaland song, the "I ain't got no money," like that song, and like we started cracking up because like he hadn't made that joke yet. Like he just started singing the song, and then we got it. We got what the joke was about, and then I told the stream that whole story, and that's something that like I would probably have no reason to ever bring that up unless I was just on my stream, kind of drunk and just kind of talking about whatever I wanted to talk about. So that's kind of what I do on my stream. And apologies to Kells. Obviously, I do like Kells. That's just fun.
You don't need to.
He's the one who signed you up for ManHub. This is what you get.
He was salty about it. He wasn't appreciative.
The question I had is because I remember how for sure is when I was doing the Smashboards thing, and you ventured what was it? Cougar Magnum or whatever, and you were also telling me about the another thing I should look into was the Smashboards thread that got nearly all of SoCal banned.
Oh, that's right.
And
I'm gonna ask you about that.
That is what I'm curious about, because despite my pleads to Warchamp, I'm still not being given mod privileges on Smashboards, so I can't see that. I've probably given them more fucking like viewership than anything else, but I don't know. I'm not salty. So tell us about that thread.
Well, before I get into that thread, that is like, as you said, it's like the holy grail of all Smashboards threads. No one has been able to get to it since it got banned. And then we even had some mods on the inside. But like before, one of us was actually on Silent Wolf's mod account back when he used to be a mod on Smashboards. And like we just forgot to check for that thing. Like we ended up using it for stupid shit, like banning someone who disagreed with like Falcon being like one of the 8 best characters, like just shitty things like that.
Is that how
then afterwards we realized, oh shit, we could have actually looked up that thread and we didn't, so we kind of messed up. But one day we'll find it, man. But yeah, that thread was legendary. It got like, I think it got a solid 20 people banned.
Well, give some backstory. That what was it? What was the premise of the thread,
dude? So old school Smashboards was just the dirtiest, filthiest, like just most non-esports place on the planet. So we would just come up with thread ideas all the time. And one day, my friend and I, this is Romeo again, like he's just the hub for all kinds of just despicable shit that happened in Smash all these years. And we end up finding this website that just has like animated versions of all kinds of sexual positions. So it's like these like wireframe characters, right? There's no emotion on them. So it's not like hentai or anything, right? It's not like
educational type of
educational. Yeah. But it really is. Like I learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
That's actually my new tag: educational hentai.
Yes, there you go. But these animated beings were just expressing these positions, and we thought it was hilarious, and we wondered how we could put it into a Smashboards thread. And then so we thought because we would always talk, for some reason or another, like what would be worse sexually, you know what I mean? Like getting the brute from Mike Hayes, which was a position that we were educated on through the site. Or there was another one called like the throat swab, getting the throat swab from DSF, who was Die Superfly, an old school player from back in the day. And like we couldn't decide. We really were stumped, and we thought these were great questions to pose to the community at large, so we did it. And apparently the mods didn't think these were questions worth asking, right? So they swiftly, we got away with like half a day worth of posting, and everyone who contributed got banned. which was almost everyone who posted, right? And it was just a massacre. And it started, I think that thread invented top player privilege because everyone was like kind of upset. They're like, how could you ban HugS from Smashboards, right? And then they fought back saying it doesn't matter who you are or what you've done. If you break the rules and you break the rules, there's no top player privilege or whatever. Like that's where the whole thing kind of started, in my opinion. That's the first time. Because when I got my account back, that's the first time I ever felt like, whoa, I could actually do shit like this and get away with it. This is like crazy.
I'm gonna show up late to every tournament from now on.
Yeah, and then
you said nearly everyone got banned. There was one exception in that though. There was one player who didn't get banned, correct?
There was. I don't know if I should name names. I'm not going to name names because this is a good friend and he's a big player.
Fair enough.
If someone messages me privately and I judge that this is like a good enough friend where he won't like spread it everywhere, whatever. And it's not even that bad. Like we're kids, right? But this player goes on to the thread and we're saying like, okay, what about this position with this smasher, this position with this smasher? And everyone's laughing, having a great time. And then this guy comes in and just starts posting the nastiest, raunchy shit, like dick in your ass, blood, testicles, like like it was just dirty. And then no one laughed. And then the next comments were like, "Whoa, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, are you serious right now?" And he's like, "Wait, what? Like, isn't that like the game that we're playing right now?" I'm like, "No, man,
we're not doing it right."
Yeah, so he was just innocent. And people who are friends with him will totally relate, right? They're going to hear this and they're going to go, yeah, that's totally him. Like that's this guy. He's lovable. He's hilarious. And this is kind of like how he works. Right. But people who don't know him are going to think he's like some kind of sexual degenerate or something like that. When who knows? He might be. I don't know. I don't know.
We haven't pushed that deep into it.
Yeah. But so I was walking with him and at school because we were going to the same university at the time. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like I got banned from Smashboard. So did Romeo and so did Kira and like all these people. And then he goes, oh, I didn't get banned. I'm like, are you fucking serious? After what you wrote, you didn't get banned?
After what you
like, you should have at least gotten arrested for the shit you wrote on that thread. Real life arrested for that.
No, just like, because it's the fact that it's him is what makes it the funny is because for other people, it's like funny in a vacuum, but just, I just imagine him just like standing there thinking, this is a good thing to say. Just like so sure of himself.
He was
completely acceptable.
And innocently like just trying to join in on the fun. And he just like
just ruined it for everybody.
So long after that, we're just shit, blood, piss in your ass. It's like just raunchy. It was dirty.
Smashboards, just and because like I never got like the full flavor of it because I got in the scene when it was like already, people had moved away already mostly. But just like from like the articles I've done, the ability to like go back and see some of the shit that just was said on there, like
that who said
that, just people, just in general. Oh, yeah. I'm like keeping a list of like how many different alt accounts I've found of Falco Masters that was just like horrible shit being said to people, especially Kage. Falco Master hates Kage for some reason, or at least his Smashboards alter ego does. HugS, arguably the biggest little shit on Smashboards.
Like back in the days? Oh no, absolutely. It's great. I loved old HugS on Smashboards.
The thread with, well, I guess it wasn't the thread with Eggum, it like contained it. It's just this like, because where the fallout from the tournament where it happened at was like this, it continues even to this day because they use it as like the locals thread for like, I don't know if it's all of New York or just a specific part of New York, but there's like 268 pages. And then it goes from just like being hyped up about a tournament to everyone talking about HugS getting choke slammed. And it's just, if anyone needs a history lesson.
Because people used to just respond or do their shout outs on the same tournament thread, right?
Yeah. And it's just this it's actually really cool because like because I had like that little snippet of it for the website, but I like took the time because I had nothing else to do to just like go through it. And it was super cool because you were looking at like results and shout outs pages. You could just type in like page 86 and you would get this like local from like 2010. that, you know, had just a bunch of different like players from the East Coast in it. And then you could like fast forward to 2015 and you can like see the history as it goes on. I think those threads are actually the coolest, like the little individual locals threads, because people kind of know like what's happened nationally over the past half decade, but some of the local shit that happened kind of went down the drain. Anyways,
yeah, that gets buried.
If you need a history lesson, just go on Smashboards and just look up random shit, because you're bound to find a couple things. Unfortunately, you will not find the
legendary.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's honestly that's my
it's in
mission.
the works.
Like I was having like, it is in the works. I was having like an existential crisis with it. I was like, man, why am I still doing this website? And then I remembered, oh yeah, I need to like fucking strong arm War Champ into giving me mod privileges so I can see this.
Is that your goal? Like to become like so powerful as
that they have to. Like what is it, like
website that they have to give it
top blogger privilege? I don't know.
Yeah. It's like them denying like ESPN this kind of info. You know what I mean? If
Seriously,
ESPN,
that's the people need to know, War Champ.
I'm gonna get hired by ESPN and be like, listen, I don't want to put you in a bad position, but I've got some powerful people behind my back that want to see this thread. And I would hate to see the Nigerian hackers come back or something from yesterday or two.
that took down.
I was on there just looking at the advanced tech, just like the frame date on it for Dr. Mario.
Oh, I totally missed that, by the way.
And I just like, I'm on like page 2 and I go to page 3 and just a fucking Drake song starts playing. And there's a fucking Nigerian flag on there with like XX hacker XX. Whatever, dude. Whatever.
Shout out. Well done to whomever.
You see the hack for MIOM that happened?
That one was really good.
Those were the
I think
Morocco
it's the same
ones.
group because they're always
the
putting
same
on the
group.
funniest shit.
Wow, I just realized we've had a lot of cyber issues. We had Johnny getting his Twitter hacked, HugS your email, 2 different Melee websites or Smash websites.
Yeah,
we're making
protect your neck, guys. It's it's rough out there. The Nigerians, all they want is our what do they want? Money?
I don't know. They've never they haven't seemed to have a goal yet. They want me to watch like gay porn and
why the Smash scene though? Why I can't think of anything less funny than like just fucking with Melee websites. Like what is the goal with that? Like what's the end game? At least with the stupid shit I do, it's to see the Holy Grail thread, but that's just anarchy.
You know what? If it is anarchy, I respect it. You know?
Yeah.
I think it is.
At least it's a goal.
Yeah, I don't think they're aiming to wreck the community based on the lack of damage they're doing.
They think it's funny. You know what? The funniest thing would be is if it weren't even like an actual hacker group. It was just like the moon.
Just some player out there who's
just some random place like that.
Just giggling to himself.
What if their goal?
CAFO.
What if their goal is to let us know that we're not in control?
I think that's what it is. I mean,
yeah.
It's not the Melee Omni conspiracy. It's a Moroccan conspiracy.
Yeah, they're the conspirators, man.
Look at who pays the bill for the Melee at Omni website. Follow the money, dude. I bet if you look on that credit card statement, Morocco.
Did you know that Melee at Omni, like 10% of their clicks come from India because apparently myome is like a disease there or something for like women. Yeah.
That must be so disappointing if you have like a disease that you need to research and it's just some fucking blog about a children's party game.
They're probably like going through it trying to figure out when they're like, this is a weird article.
I don't see how this relates.
What is a shine grab? This is bullshit. I'm dying.
They're probably like they probably only speak like Punjabi or something, so they like go out and get a copy of Melee thinking it'll fix their issues. Damn you, Tafo.
Oh, that is dark. If that was a disease I understood, that would be darker than it is right now.
Hold on, I'll look at it later. What else? I've got a question.
Go ahead.
What is the weirdest interaction you've had with like because there's not like a large degree of separation between fan and player, but someone who like you look at them and you think of them as a fan first and a player second. The weirdest interaction you've had with one of those.
So you're just saying weird or unpleasant? Which one are you asking?
How about both?
Whichever's funnier. Both or whichever's funnier.
Yeah,
if one is just
whatever
like
pops
way.
into your mind is most significant.
Okay, let me think about it. Well, there was one guy, and I'll call him out because he's a dick. But he pretty much
That's a good reason.
He pretty much comes up to he goes into the SoCal community page on Facebook, and he just starts challenging a ton of people for money matches. And then so some people accepted, some people didn't, but it was like all top players. So he was doing a Korean DJ thing where he was just trying to, get the best of the best in a money match. So some of us accept. I accept. He comes up to me and he asks me, he's like, "You want a money match?" Blah, blah, $20. I'm like, "Are you sure, dude?" And he goes, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, "All right, fine." So I sit down and he splits it up into like 4 sets, 2 out of 3, $5 each. And I'm like, "Oh, well, this isn't really what I signed up for, but that's fine. I'll still get my
contract."
That is a little grimy.
Like he does that, and and the idea is, I can't be a top player dick and just be like, "Oh, this is a waste of my time," blah, blah, blah. So I'm just playing them. I'm like, "All right, that's fine. This will be my warm up." Like I do definitely have a bracket coming up, but that's fine. I'll just warm up with you and I'll use these matches as warm up. Right. I beat him the first one, beat him the second one, and he continues to change characters, and they're all like whack characters. It's like Mario. He's got a pocket Pikachu. So none of it is useful for me in tournaments. So I'm getting a little frustrated that I committed a solid like 35 minutes of warm-up time to this, and he didn't tell me, but that's cool. Whatever. Let's play it out. And then when it's over, he goes, actually, before it even started, I put my money down on the TV, and this is how I should know. He goes, no need to do that, dude. I'll pay.
Oh.
Right? That's like
come on.
That's his warning.
After a decade, you didn't realize that would be
I didn't think it was a bad sign. I thought he was just being nice, and I'm like, no, bro. This is just so no one takes the TV, right? Like this is like, I thought it was a genius thing to do, right? No one takes the TV if you put your money out, but I trust that you're going to pay me. Like there's no issue there, right? He says, "All right, after I win," he goes, "My money's in my backpack, so let me just go grab my backpack and I'll pay you." I'm like, "All right, that's cool." I'm not going to follow him to his backpack. I'm like, I'm just trusting that he's going to go to his backpack, find me, and just give me the money, right? So I just move on. Later I see him and he's just like talking to people, hanging out. I'm like, "Oh, yo, did you find your backpack?" He's like, "No, I think someone stole it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's
fucking grimer, dude."
Yeah, I'm like, that's so weird. Okay, that's fine. He's like, "No, I think this guy's got it." And he's like, he pretends he's looking for it, right? And then at one point I actually see him with his backpack, or actually he says he found his backpack. And then instead of me saying, "Okay, good," I say, "All right, let's go then." So now I'm going to follow him, right? I said, "Let's go to your backpack then." So we go to his backpack, and he rummages through it. And the whole time he's like grabbing his head, like slamming through the backpack. Like he just can't find his wallet within his backpack. And he's just so confused. He's like, "I don't know where my wallet is." I'm like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's cool, dude." And so anyway, he keeps going with it. And then he goes, "I think it's in my car. I'll check my car." And then I go, "No, look, man. If you don't have the money or you're not going to pay me, just fucking tell me. You don't need to fucking do this. Just tell me." And he goes, "No, HugS. I'm not like that. You need to trust me." And he just starts saying, I'm like, "All right, whatever." And I just stopped listening to him.
I'm good for it, man.
Yeah. And sure enough, on Smashboard, so I was just going to leave it alone. And then on Facebook that night, he posts saying, Kira got his $15 well earned, right? So apparently he money matched Kira and he paid him, apparently, right? We'll get to that. And then and he goes, "HugS, I live in some city." I think he might have said Riverside. I don't know if we're talking about the same guy here.
Oh shit.
But he goes, "I live here, so you know where to find me for, your money or whatever." So he's like kind of saying like, "Yo, like let's hang out, let's keep smashing it." And I'm like, are you serious? Like I'm not gonna fucking drive to you to pick up the money that you lied to me about not having. And no part in that post did he say, "Oh shit, I lost my wallet, guys. Has anyone found a wallet?" Like there was no comment like that whatsoever. And I asked him too, I'm like, "So you don't seem that worried about losing your wallet?" Then he deleted it and then posted a new thread asking if anyone saw his wallet. So
what a tremendous lack of foresight to just be like that. There's no way. This can't go wrong.
I think I saw that thread. One of like Squid and Shiragami and all these players. He was just like, "Oh fuck it, I don't know who you are. I'll fucking challenge you." Yeah,
pretty much. I actually, you know what? I think he's from Irvine. I don't think he's from that area. I don't think he's from Riverside. But yeah, this guy's a mess. So that was supremely unpleasant. And I just bit my tongue and I didn't like chew him out or like put him on blast. Well, I'm doing it now, I guess. But
yeah, well, it came up naturally. But yeah, that's if smashers are grimy, dude, it's straight up as a smasher, a relatively new one. That's the first thing you learn, dude. Grime.
Yeah. What percentage of smashers do you think are grime?
I think it's relative. It depends, like, because there are different things people perceive as grimy.
I'd say a solid half. It's like a solid half of them are like, you look at that guy and you'd be like, I think he would do some grimy things, and he in fact has done grimy things.
Yes, I think there are 3 kinds of grime.
This is actually exactly what I was going to say.
I thought about this a lot. There's the funny kind of grime, where they know they're being grimy and they think it's funny, so it is kind of funny, so it's okay, right? This is like where Mike Hayes falls into, right? Mike Hayes is funny,
lighthearted shenanigans.
Yeah, and then grime number 2 is the accidental grime, where you have good intentions but you're always griming people on accident, right? This is I don't want to say names. Okay, whoever you know in the Smash community who had debts and hadn't paid them for a while and then finally paid them later.
Plank.
These are accidental grimy people, right? Good intentions and then they just fuck up a lot.
Yeah,
right?
Poor execution, but their heart says, you know what?
Heart's in the right
not a grimer.
But not a pure grimer. Then there's the evil grime. And that might be this guy. I'm not sure yet. It takes a lot to be on the evil grime.
That's evil grime, I think.
Evil grime usually doesn't ever come back to the community, right? Like Zelgadis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder what he does. I wonder what all the people who've been like blackballed from like nationally and locally, I wonder what they do. I wonder what they do with their lives.
Well, they work at Subway and just like, I don't know, play PS4 just like anybody else in America.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I know they still get seen around at tournaments every once in a while, but I don't know if their life's gone to shit. I mean, usually people like that don't have, I don't know how to say this, like a whole lot of like positive
anything going on for them at all, which is why they steal $6,000 from a tournament.
That's a good point. And I think like, so people like that, they're either super, super successful sociopaths, but that means that they probably don't play Melee, or they play Melee.
Dude, if you're good at being a sociopath and you're playing
you're doing it wrong.
You are wasting your talents. You need to be like CEO of a fucked up company.
Yeah, some real Moroccan shit. Just
I could see one. If Melee ever does get like, because you could consider us big now, but like get big like League of Legends big, I could see like those types of people, like the successful sociopath grime. I could see that leaking its way in.
That'd be sick.
We almost get some of those. You know, like some bad sponsors in the past that have come around here. They're not that successful. Yeah.
Like, I mean, hey, Triforce is the head of the most winning what is it he has on his Twitter bio? Like head of the winningest esports team
of all time.
What the fuck does that?
Most winning of all time.
I'm pretty sure it's actually that. I want to sit him down.
He might not even be lying.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to know what metric. Like if he's hosting like 2-man tournaments where it's like a dog and one of like EMP's players, and they just fucking just like slam the dog into the ground. And they're like, hell yeah.
Pretty much.
A little plastic trophy and then go home and then give the trophy to Triforce.
Yeah. Pretty much he's talking about 3 players. He's talking about Justin Wong, Armada, and Mewtwo King.
Yeah.
And they've won a lot of shit. So, and I think he still counts Armada's current wins under his belt. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah. As part of his tally, I'm pretty sure.
You guys remember, what was it, Play for Keeps that Armada and Mewtwo King were signed on to? Was it like P4K?
Yeah, I didn't really know much.
I remember some big blow up in how, because I'm pretty sure the guy tried hosting shit in like Canada. Fucking stuff goes wrong in Canada. I don't know why. And
lax bureaucracy.
Something.
It's not like us.
They're all too happy. The one Canadian guy on NetPlay who made me quit NetPlay. I hate that guy.
Yeah,
I hate Canada because of him.
What do you do?
It was okay. So someone at Fort Collins, because the main reason I never got net play is because I didn't have an adapter, and I just didn't give enough of a shit to go buy one. But someone at one of the Fort Collins locals was like, "Here, take my adapter." I was like, "Awesome!" So I go home, set up net play, and start playing. I play like 2 games. They run smoothly. I'm winning. It's fun, and I get to this one guy from like Manitoba or something. I don't know. And Quebec, they all blend together. And we play. I beat him. And then we start another game. He ends it immediately. And then I go onto the chat and I'm like, what the hell? And he goes, "Faggot," and then just leaves. And I'm like, what the? Why? What did I do?
That's what you get on Netplay. Imagine if he did that in real life.
It's because I was lagging. That's what it was. Because it was laggy. And he blamed me. And I became a faggot in his eyes for that.
Yeah.
He called you a faggot. Oh, okay.
But yeah, HugS, I was going to ask then, what's the saltiest thing you've seen in all of your years? It's sort of like first hand, like right there in real life.
Saltiest thing I've seen. Huh. I got to think about it, because there's things I got off the top of my head, but I know there's saltier. There's much saltier. There's
like trapped because it was so salty that you actually blocked it out, like a traumatic experience when you were a kid.
Yeah, there was one, like, I know my saltiest moment, but that's where I lost my name, like my tag, to someone.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you used to be like Samus Master 675 or something, and now you're
No.
HugS?
So my tag was HugS, and he was gracious enough to give it back. But I, at one point, lost it, and I would have to go back to my old tag of, what was it, Huge Ho? Like, that was my old tag. So
you should have kept that. You should have kept that.
If only
I'd sponsor that.
But yeah, this guy from Arizona loves this story because they tell it all the time. He challenged me for the name because he really liked this girl and he wanted to impress her by getting the name HugS, because I guess the name was like cute to her. So he wanted to have the name, right? So then he challenged me for $100,
Right,
and I'm like way better than him. At least I thought at the time. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Like, you put up 100, I'll put up my name, and we play a 2 out of 3 at FC3. And
was that recent? I thought this would be like way back.
Oh no, FC3 was way back. That's early 2005.
Oh really? Okay.
What character did he play?
He played Ganon and Marth, but he beat me with Marth.
Okay, so he beat you 2-1.
He beat me 2-1. Yes. So he beat me 2-1, and that's the first time I've ever thrown my controller. I've thrown my controller a total of 3 times in my life.
Did it ever break?
Actually, no, 2 times. 2 times in my life.
Did either of them result in broken controllers?
None.
No, you got to go all the way with it.
I once hit a table with my hand in it, and I felt like I almost broke a finger, but I'm not sure.
I did that once too because of Melee, and it hurt so bad, and I was like,
yeah,
never again.
Did it again. Yeah. I was like, I can't actually play this game with my hands with you. But yeah, he ended up beating me, and then he had the tag, and needless to say, it didn't work with this girl. Like, apparently that's not all it takes to win over a girl's heart is winning off a name like HugS. Yeah, I'm shocked. But
she probably didn't even know him. He like went to a bar and was like, "Hey, my smash tag is HugS," and then just started like licking his lips.
You know that game with Pikachu and the Game & Watch? I'm known in that game as HugS. So hey, what's up?
But yeah, they didn't. It didn't work, and then he ended up giving it back. Not because it didn't work. He actually gave it back for noble reasons, saying, I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, and like, you're a nice guy or whatever, and like I'll give it back or whatever. And then like I was just thanking the heavens. I'm like, I did not want to lose the tag. Like, this is who I was, right? I've already built this reputation, and like it's like
actually
losing
would be devastating.
It would be. It's like people got to call you something else now. It's just strange. Like, no one has ever had that, right? Like, imagine Coca-Cola is no longer just called Coca-Cola.
Right.
But it's not
because they choose
their volition. Yeah, not because they choose it. They were forced into it.
Yeah.
They got strong
because they played Mario Power Tennis and lost against Pepsi, and so now they have to be called Piss Water Baby Formula.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, that's the saltiest I've been, throwing my controller like that.
That's a long time ago, though.
That's a long time ago. I mean, I still get salty, but I keep it. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I got it. I got the saltiest moment, and it's one of my favorite. It involves a certain PC Chris, where and a certain milk tea. When we played at MLG Orlando in 2006, and I ended up winning that match. So PC Chris placed 13th at that tournament. That's probably the lowest he's ever placed since like becoming arguably a god at the time. Mm-hmm. And he placed 13th. He shook my hand, and then he stood up and he threw his sweater at Milk Tea and he walked away. So like he threw it like violently, like I don't want to hold this shit. And he just fucking threw it.
Take my and fucking sweater.
This was weighing me down. She had the saddest face. Like she wanted to like console him, but he'd already thrown his sweater at her, and she just like didn't know what to do, and she was just like looking and like just didn't know what to do, and he just stormed off. And then I walked away too because I mean I was happy. I walked away to like text my buddies and stuff because there was no Twitter, so you just texted your homies. So I went to the restroom. I came out and it was pretty quick. The assault was short-lived because when I got out, he ended up apologizing and saying, "Hey, sorry, I was upset, man. You just played really gay." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but that's how it has to go." And he goes, "Yeah, no, I understand. That's how it has to go. I played gay too." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
You know how it is.
Yeah, and then we were just fine after that.
Dude, I think there's a certain beauty to that just can't really be captured now, because I feel like when people get angry, it gets like milked out, and it can't like be forgotten because of like Twitter. Like if someone gets pissed off, it's like on stream.
Yeah, it gets magnified, amplified.
You know, people tweet about it. There, you like it's out of your system. You apologize, and then you just move on with the day. I think that's perfect. I think that's how it should be.
Maybe.
Well, maybe with less like sweater throwing at girlfriends, but yes,
because I mean, let's just imagine that was captured on the stream camera. That'd be an issue, right?
Yeah, no, that'd be really bad.
That'd be some kind of issue.
That'd be like top
or
post
if
on
there was
Smash
like
Bros.
if someone had mic'd me like in a documentary, and then PC's like, "Yo, you play really gay." I'm like, "Yeah, I play gay. You play gay too." And like we're just saying, shit
you guys
like
high five. And
yeah, probably not a good look, right? And by the way, I mean just because I know we're esports now, I'm just saying like that was the quote, right? Like he doesn't say that kind of shit anymore.
Dude,
exactly. Yeah.
Like, because it's one thing to like say it now, but like I feel like if you're like retroactively censoring yourself, that's because in a way it's almost like it's like destroying a part of history, because that's what it was, you know.
That is what it was. But you know what? Shit is so scary nowadays that I always got to watch my back. Like
that's real.
I understand.
You know,
I understand completely.
You make one wrong step, fucking man hub all over your face, dude.
Man hub all over my face. Yes.
But so I mean, I guess this is the sort of biggest like. And this has sort of been on the tip of everything we've been talking about, but like, I guess, what do you miss about those days? What don't you miss? And like, if our listeners, all 10 of them, they really know that I hate esports, like the idea, like how commentators act stiffly, how players have to like watch themselves and all.
Well, I don't think you hate it. I think you hate the like current execution of it.
Yeah.
More than like,
I hate the sort of idea that we need to aspire to a false like concept. Yeah, that's like why do we want to be like the NFL with all their bullshit? It's stupid. Anyway, you know, what do you miss about esports or Smash Melee
or the non-esports, like the old school days?
Right.
I think I miss. So there was an era where pretty much everyone from the lowest skilled players who just didn't really have a name to the best of the best, we were all kind of friends top to bottom, right? But that was more feasible because we had like 20 people at the tournament, right? And these are the people you would see all the time, and it just made sense that, hey, this is a guy I see among 20. He talks to this other guy I see among 20, and we could be friends, and everyone's being friends, right? Nowadays, it kind of, you go to tournaments, and unless you're with your close friends, you kind of feel a little lonely, even with like hundreds of people everywhere all around you, right? Because you don't really know a lot of these people at all. That's something that wasn't the case before, where it really felt like when you were showing up to a tournament, you were showing up to a friend's party pretty much, right? And that's not the case now. And that's probably a part I do miss. even though it's just not possible with this amount of people.
It's a gone sort of concept. I know exactly what you, as a bottom tier player, and sometimes I do go to SSS like by myself if my friends are there, but I have to drive alone, and if I don't see them, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm playing friendlies with Chroma and or whoever, like, I don't know, and so yeah, I definitely. From my perspective, it is even more amplified because what's funny. What I've talked about is like when you go to Mayhem or SSS, like the cool kids, the Mike Hayes, West Balls, like the ranked guys, it's a clique. And then like the tier 2 players, that's another clique. And then the players from a certain region, and it becomes very much. And I think it's just the natural order of humans. And
then you're back in high school.
And you're back in high school. But at least everyone's playing Melee. Like that's the great unifier. But
yeah, I mean, I can't figure out a solution to that. I feel like the growth is kind of it kind of goes hand in hand with that. Where I can't, like. Because of guys like that fucking steal my money that I won, or because of like dicks that will just say whatever's on their mind and just be complete assholes, I can't really just make friends with everyone that I don't really know anymore. Right.
Yeah. And like Anthony, you and I have talked about this before, where you brought up the guy from San Diego who beat Wobbles Mario and then just hasn't shut the fuck up about it for almost a full year. And it's like, it'd be like that. Like if you go and play with everyone and hang out with everyone, there's going to be some fucker who will just start saying shit about the way you play and how you totally beat him. And it's like, it's not worth it. And
so now like you do have these cliques, but there's now, you could still be friends with anyone. Like I think it's important to stress that within Smash, you could still be friends with anybody, no matter what your skill level is. It's just there are bigger barriers of entry to that than there were before. Because you can't just like become friends by virtue of being a Smasher anymore. Yeah. Like simply by walking in the doors, you can't be my best friend. Correct. Right. And but it's still totally possible. You just have to show you're not a fuckhead dick, or like you're actually cool to hang out with, and then it works out. You know what I mean? The trust has gone a little bit.
Fuckhead dick.
Yeah. But like that brings me to the other thing that I do miss is I do miss the days where the only people that would like personally insult me were actual friends. You know what I mean? So that it's allowed.
Right.
Nowadays, everyone feels like they have the right to do that. And it's like people are just treating you like an object more than ever before.
Yeah, you're an idea.
Yeah. I'm an idea, or someone that could just a thing that you could just beat up like a punching bag and expect like nothing to go wrong, etc. Right? Whereas back in the days, like people made fun of us, like shit was nasty the way we would talk shit to each other. But I knew these people and they were all friends and it was all good. That's something that I got lost with the changes.
Yeah, it's because I don't know how people do it. Like I don't remember who it was. Someone just like screenshotted some of their mentions on Twitter after a tournament, and just people saying just the shittiest stuff. Like, I hope you kill yourself. You're a failure as a human being. And
was this a Smasher?
Yes. Yeah. I don't remember I honestly can't remember the context of it, but just like, and it wasn't like all in one lump sum, but just things they'd like collected. And I don't know how, because obviously like the vast majority of them don't actually want player X to kill themselves, but you don't know, and that just eats away at your psyche. It's like, why do I do this if I'm having fun, and then I go on social media and like 900 people are just telling me I should die, and is this worth it? Like, is paying $300 to fly across the country and play a video game? And it is. It always is. That's what I want to. What is your favorite tournament of all time? No.
Check.
Here, I'm
editing all this out. Hitler.
Yeah,
no one will know that I said that.
Fast, because that solved it last time.
Yeah. Never mind, I still hear it.
Mike Hayes.
All right, how does that sound right now? Any better? Still robotic?
Yeah. I think we just got to leave
it. Whatever, it fixed itself.
But I was gonna say really quick, the thing about like people on Twitter just blasting people. In a milder version of that, I saw Mike Hayes lost to S2J. I think it was at an SSS or something pretty recently, and Mike Hayes said something about it. He tweeted, and then someone responded, "No, dude, you just got to run shine in that matchup that destroys Falcon." And it's like Mike Hayes is going to be like, "Oh shit, thanks, random dude, for your sick advice. I'll just do that now and win." It's like, come on.
Like the kid at Genesis who yelled out to Hungry Bucks, "You gotta smash the Ivy up bears.
You gotta Hungry Bucks."
I did not hear that. That's hilarious. I heard a lot of complaints actually from the live viewers, like from pro players complaining about the people that were watching it live and the shit that they were saying.
Really?
Like there was Silent Wolf was telling me about this guy that was sitting in front of him who just kept yelling like, "Yeah, down smash," every time like Armada would down smash me. And he would actually say, "I love that move." And Silent Wolf would just like look at his friends like, "Dude, is this guy fucking serious?" Like, sit the fuck down, dude.
Dude, there are certain people, and like speaking for me, I think because the worst for me was Paragon with it, because that's the first tournament I was at, and the first tournament I listened to where I've like heard the Dreamland clapping, so that was awful enough, but just the people I was around, like, because we've like talked about this on the fact, like, who are your least favorite people to hear? Sometimes it's the people that geek out for Mango. Other times it's the people who geek out for like Axe. But this time it was people who were like freaking the fuck out over Mewtwo King. And this one guy who literally anytime Mewtwo King took a stock screamed "Return of the King," but in this like, and it wasn't like me. It was like "Return of the King," like that. And it's just like, oh my god! And you think, and the worst part of that is he did not get fifth that tournament. He got second. So I had to.
So yeah, you had to be there for grand finals all the way.
I'm pretty sure there may have been a reset too. I don't remember. So at least like 3 or 4 sets of this.
Return of the King, every single stock.
Oh my god. But yeah, I guess the question was like combining like playing in and then sitting there, assuming you didn't like make top 8 for it, but like watching the top 8 or just like watching other matches. What was the best for you?
It's probably easier to separate the two because I tend to have a strong bias towards the ones where I did really well.
Who'd have thunk it?
Right.
Yeah, crazy, right? But I'd say the greatest overall tournament experience I've had, probably Genesis 3 or 1.
Really?
One of those two.
Since Genesis 3 was more recent, why do you say that?
I just say that because it was probably the best top 8 I've ever seen. The tournament was well run. Everything was solid. Personally, when it comes to brackets, I kind of find that it's more fun when I get like Apex 2015, where it's just like pure drama left and right. Everything's fucking going wrong.
Right.
And like those are always like just super fun and like it's a crazy experience, roller coaster ride, everything like that. Genesis was just fucking clean, so it was fine. But I do enjoy that as well. It mostly comes down to the top 8s, dude.
We're going to have to start our betting pool because now that Apex announced its date, we're going to have to start the Bad Melee betting pool, which will be how Apex is going to fuck its own mouth this year. Like what horrible, awful thing is going to happen.
That's a great article. Yeah, there are a couple options, right? Like
there are a lot. Like after
players don't show up.
After
right?
Last year, like
the heat map of those options is pretty big. It's pretty
seriously
big.
Like somehow they're gonna have to top last year, where like the head of it is a pedophile, and almost everyone nearly died because the roof could have collapsed. How the fuck are you gonna top it?
We need to like be funded by ISIS, an actual death. Like it's gotta really step it up.
Oh,
there's got to be like some kind of like Nancy Kerrigan thing, like someone gets their fingers in the hallway before like top 8, and like the TO like contracted that guy to do it because he didn't want him to win. That's the only thing I can think of.
Dude,
like
I've thought about that. I've thought about like because I used to watch a lot of Dota too, and a big production for the international and stuff, and I was like, what? Because these guys from Russia, dude, straight up. fucked up shit. Like, what if someone went up to one of the pro Dota players with a crowbar and just like broke his hand, like in the middle of the tournament? That's it. Like, if someone did that to Hungrybox, oh my god, that'd be fucking
Hired
nuts.
some Drago motherfucker to come smash his fingers down.
HugS, because I've got my own thoughts on it, but you as a top player who knows other top players, and if this would be potentially divulging information that's like private, don't do it. But if you had to guess who the next, like, maybe not even like major player, but just like top 100 type player who you think would retire next, who do you think that would be?
Who do I think would retire next that's currently top 100?
Yeah.
I guess Daryl. I think Daryl.
Okay.
That's my guess, just because he hasn't been showing up to much, and he just doesn't seem to have the same kind of drive for it. He's kind of just like doing it on the side, and like maybe he's like a little too good looking to play Smash Brothers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when you're living like a good looking life and you got like tattoos and you're just like rocking like just the normal life shit, hanging around here just kind of seems a little weird, right? I'm sure he wants to like do some other shit. I don't know. That's just like the vibe I'm getting from him. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes there are some Smashers that are so good looking, and I see them playing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, I know you feel weird here, right? You are a superior human being. Like, what are you doing, idiot?
Just like
physically better
from the pure genetic makeup, you are better than us. Get out of here.
That's how I feel whenever I see Ice. I'm like, dude, come on, go, do something with your life. Don't play this game.
I think it's different with Europeans, because it's like, because they treat it like, not to say that Americans don't treat it like a big deal, but I feel like it's different with Europeans in that it's not like looked down upon by common culture there, whereas to a certain extent, common culture still looks down on like video games here, at least like professionally. I
also think that Ice doesn't fall into that, because I think aside from being good looking, you also have the personality for that kind of lifestyle.
The good-looking aura.
Ice is a little shy and shit, and so he's not going to go out there and just like slay. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, like the confident guy who will like walk in and he carries himself looking up all the time. His shoulders are back.
That's not Ice. Ice is just like a cool, shy guy who happens to just look really hot. You know what I mean? Like, like he hijacked a body kind of thing.
Yeah, and
he was actually just this like really meek smasher who just like did like a fucking like a what was it, like Captain Ginyu body switch with someone.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hey, the spread nowadays at majors, Genesis 3, it's getting a little better. Especially those fat Smash 4 girls, like they don't care, right? They just, you're up on the stage, you're a shy little cute European boy, money in the bag, dude.
Man, that gives me an idea. The Captain Ginyu mixed with HugS is losing his name. I think that's going to be my thing. I'm just going to start trying to take everyone's name, and I'm going to see how many names I can take.
Dude, that just hoard names. That'd be so funny.
So you just put up oh yeah, you don't even have to put up that much money. You could put up like $50, and then someone's going to take the offer, not knowing who you are, and then you could try to take their name.
I don't know. I money match people anyway and lose, but like, I hate my tag, so they can have it if they want it. Actually,
dude, your tag's so bad.
What's your tag?
My tag's official
slime.
Official what?
Official slime.
Official slime. Famous for being on Westball's fantasy team at Genesis 3.
I let him down. I only got like 513.
you got like 20 points.
I didn't get out of my pool.
Just being Falco. Are you still playing Falco?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know what you're doing.
I've actually like stepped up my game mentally. I don't get mad now. I play the matchup. I got 3-0'd by Andy Mossity, but I kept it pretty close. So coming after you, good. HugS. Yeah.
All right.
no, he is good, and he was actually really he like gave me that nod when like a better player beats you, but like it was close. They give you a nod that's like good game, like you're getting there, young boy, and that's how I felt.
Dude, I've said this before, but I got it from Colville at Paragon when I just did some super sexy like follow up out of an up B cancel, and he was like, "Oh, And I was like, hell yeah, I'm a fucking baller.
Yeah,
let's go.
That's what HugS. We live for that shit. You've been good for so long.
But you know what? It goes up the tree as well because I live for that shit. Like with Armada, you know what I mean? Like,
I bet, huh? Yeah,
getting that from like Armada, you know what I mean? And like we'll talk about it. I was talking to Silent Wolf, and this isn't like the exact same thing, but he got a reaction out of Armada that kind of fucked him up at Evo, and he was telling me about it. Where, did you hear about it or?
Yeah, well, I remember the set. That was honestly like no one talks about it. That was like the most tense set I think of like all of Evo. It was ridiculous.
He was at like 3 stocks, and Armada.
Yeah, he had like a full stock lead,
120%. Yeah, and then right when he ends up killing Otto, right, he kills Silent Wolf, and Armada now is at 2 stocks, 120-30%, and then Silent Wolf comes in at 0%. And then Armada like pushes up his glasses and he goes, "Good luck, dude." And
what?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And like you could watch it in the video. Like he replayed it for me and he showed me, and I never noticed it, but Armada does say something at that exact moment.
Holy shit!
I read his lips. He did say it.
That's like some samurai shit.
He said he felt like he immediately entered into an anime. Like he just Armada went anime on him, and then he just got fucked up. It was crazy,
dude. Armada though, I think that's what gets super glossed over because people they like look at false, but just like the mental game and just the ability to like. And Silent Wolf has been so good for so long. The fact that Armada carries that presence to where he can just say words and scare the fuck out of someone, just like that.
That's insane.
It's pretty impressive, man. That guy's got an aura. Oh yeah, when he nodded his head and smiled at me when I shot him at Big House is one of the greatest moments.
Yeah.
Like, don't get that. Like Armada doesn't give this shit out for free. Like you got to understand this. Like he's very, very stone faced and like he's cold, right? But when he gives you some kind of emotional reaction or kind of head nod or something, like you got to count that shit. Like he doesn't give the shit away.
Oh my god.
Dude, fuck Armada. How does he do that? I don't understand.
Dude, seriously. I don't know, man. It's a secret that he's not necessarily revealing. You know what I mean? Like everyone knows he works hard and he practices, but I know he keeps his secrets. I know one time actually he was here for was it Evo or some kind of major tournament, and he was at Sky's house. That's where he was housing, and he asked like specifically like good players to show up to practice with. Like it was him and Muta King there. I got like the personal invite, you know what I mean? Like it was all like secretive. It's like, hey,
oh shit!
Right.
Like, oh my God. Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah!
You are invited with like a blood red like bow tie on it. Like,
it was written in like Zero's blood, and like, me, and he's like, tell Fiction to come too. I'm like, all right, I'll tell him. Dude. And then so show up, and then I'm sitting there thinking like we're at like Sky's house. Like this is back when not everyone was streaming. So I'm like, this is a great place to stream. Like from Sky's house, you got all these top players. And then he's just like, no, I'm not streaming. I don't want anyone to see what we're doing. I'm like, oh shit. All right. This is the big leagues, man.
No, man. he doesn't stream. Do you realize how much he could like pull in? And then he like complains that people like don't like him as much as they like other top players. But like there's a reason he doesn't stream, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Like he doesn't want people to see what he does on the stream.
Oh yeah, you know what? I would consider that, yeah. And I mean he could do so many other things. Like if he watches my bullshit stream, I just talk. So he could totally do that too, you know. But
Armada start streaming more. For as we all know, Armada an avid Bad Melee podcast fan. Actually, that does kind of remind because you talking about him bringing people over. Because I remember when he went, what was it for the Big House, and he just played with KJH a bunch. No, you're good. This would be like the last bit. And he streamed and played a bunch with KJH. And KJH got a lot better, and then everyone. And I remember Armada coming out and saying KJH will be like the next person to make like that jump. Who do you think is going to be like the next couple players to like level up? Not necessarily go from like and become like top 10, but just like definitely move up a skill level here in the next like year or so.
In the next year, well, yeah, I'm hoping so. I'll work at it. I think I will, to be honest. But I think KJH definitely there. One of those people. I think Mike Hayes is going to move up just a little bit slower, but I don't see a ceiling for him. Just because he's got.
Imagine Mike Hayes, the best player in the world.
God, I would actually kill myself.
No, there's nothing that's stopping him. I believe that the only thing that really matters is how much you care, and like you do have to be a little smart, right? So like there's some. I feel like there are some like genetics in there to a certain degree, but the most important thing is just how much you care. And Mike Hayes cares a lot, and that guy hustles. So I think he's definitely going to go up there. KJH definitely has a ton of talent, and he's definitely going to get up there. Prince Abu, to be honest, he does have a lot of potential as well.
Prince Abu.
Bad to say,
Dude, I'm putting Prince Abu on every fantasy team of mine until
He's
I
the
die.
favorite. He's our favorite around these parts.
No, dude, the moods. Our top 3 player, HugS, because you came on, you are now officially part of our Fave 5.
Our PR, yeah.
the bad Melee PR. But Prince Abu and the Moon are other favorite players.
Yes.
Okay.
So
no, I love the Moon.
I wanted to end on this. It's time to get a little fucking real, HugS. I hope you're ready. Let me ask you.
Yeah, we'll finish with this.
Let me ask you a question, dude. Why did you tell my friend Sam on Facebook to come and give someone a ride from at some house at Genesis? And then he came, and there was no one there that needed a ride, so he had to take fucking Buzz. And then after that, he called you a scumbag for the whole tournament, obviously when you weren't around, and he actively rooted against you. Let me just ask you, dude, why'd you do that?
So I actually ran into him during top 8. I sat right behind him.
Did you?
He brought it up to my face. And I explained it to him there. I said, look, dude, like, so I had a friend who needed some help, right? But I'm a busy man, and especially during Genesis, I'm really, really like just focusing on that. I don't give a fuck about anything else. But he's a friend, right? So he's asking, yo, could you help me like get a ride to Genesis? Otherwise I can't go. And I'm like, shit, well, I will use my influence to try to help you out. And so all I did was tweet it. And then this guy said he could do it. And then I said, all right, this guy says he'll pick you up. All right, you guys are good? Cool. And then I just left it. I was the middleman.
Right,
and
so you were the broker.
Yeah,
okay, I see.
Yeah, and I bowed out. Once I found out the situation was handled, I bowed out. Never checked up with him, which I should have done. And so here's the part where I'm partly to blame, but so is he and so is my friend. Because never once did they both go to me and say, hey, could I get this person's contact information? Not a single person asked me for that. So I didn't think of doing that, and I just forgot. And neither of them agreed to talk to each other. So your friend was willing to drive like 2 hours to this place without knowing who he's picking up. And then my friend straight up needed a ride, but then just chose not to talk to the person that's giving it to him. And he just ended up going on a different way. He went on the Genesis bus, and I didn't think about it until the day of, where I got this message saying, hey, we're here, but your friend's not here. And I didn't even respond to it because I didn't read it until like 2 hours later. And I was like, oh shit. He's like, it's okay. We took the Buzz. And like in my heart, I was hoping he was like a big Smash 4 the Buzz fan. So like it made his day to get the privilege of doing this. I heard that wasn't quite the case.
No, it was just funny because
like the Buzz.
Every time a Samus was on the screen in our friendlies, or every time HugS was mentioned in any conversation, he'd just be like, folding his arm, like, dude, HugS is scumbag.
Well, I gave him some alcohol during top 8, so hopefully he's forgiven me. I gave him a lot of my premium beers.
I'm sure he has. I actually didn't get to see him before we left, so I'm glad everything got worked out.
Last statement.
Really quick,
the announcement. Go ahead.
Just really quick, referencing back. You know how I talked about the types of grime? This is that situation where that's grimy as fuck of me. But
that
it was
accidental grime.
Yeah, that's level 2 grime.
HugS didn't want to name names, but he just named himself for accidental grime.
Yeah, I am accidental. But everyone talks about having a grime PR. I don't know if you've read like the Michigan one.
Oh no, I haven't. I'll have to look at it.
They have
the
a grime
MDVA
PR.
one's the funniest.
Yeah, they have that one too. So everyone's been saying like we need one in SoCal, and like that's something that would get listed under my name. Like if I ended up getting like 6th or 7th in SoCal for the grime PR, like this would be one of the things that's definitely under my name.
There's grime, and then there's amended grime. So that would be like an asterisk. It's like when you get something expunged from like your record, like an MIP when you were younger or something. Yeah. It
goes away like after a year.
Right.
Speaking of MIPs, alcohol allowed in the top 8 room for Evo. So
yes, that is pretty crazy. I think they're just going to be selling
the Bad Melee booth there.
Sweet.
All right, Griffin. Anything else for our illustrious guest?
I've got nothing. HugS correctly answered the attack on his character posed by a random person. Therefore, he is allowed to leave and go stream. HugS, thank you so much for coming on.
This was
a blast.
It was a pleasure.
Check him out. What is it? twitchtv.com slash it's HugS86, right?
That's you're so bad at these. Isn't it HugS86?
/ HugS86.
HugS86. I've actually been on HugS' stream before. Not like on it. I've watched it before. It's actually really chill. Follow him also on Twitter. Twitter.com /
Holy shit. Okay, dude, we're gonna have to get someone on payroll to do the intro and outros.
Hey, my intro is good. My bad one. All right. Let me restart here. Follow HugS on Twitch. Follow HugS on Twitter. He's a pretty cool guy, I guess. He came on the podcast, didn't he?
That's all it takes. We're cool now.
That was beautiful, man.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
See you around.
Hey, thank you very much. I'll pop in on your stream.
All right, for sure. See you guys.
See you
later.
Real quick, how about we hit that mailbag? I got it pulled up, just so because we said we would. All right, let's see here. There was one that was asking us how we all got into Melee. Damian's not here this week, so we'll do that one later on because I think that could be some funny. How to make a podcast not shit. This guy said, get guests that don't bail on you. Check.
Dude, fucking gotcha. We're already there.
This is from Chris. Make my bad Melee Chewdat dream not just be a dream. You know what? Fuck Chewdat. He's a meme, for one. Melee Hell's already got him covered.
Dude, I'm sure as fuck not getting Chew on it.
Yeah. Actually write on the blog every now and then. Fair enough. Talk about gay Melee fan fiction. You know what? We'll try.
I hate this guy. I hate your ideas.
Yeah.
They're awful.
Let's see here. You can use the gap in your GameCube controller to bend your dick into a U shape and fuck yourself while you multi-shine. I know this works. KJA told me he does it on the daily. Thank you, Riley, for your mail. People really want links in the descriptions, so we'll try to start doing that. This guy's
that's Damian's job. He said he's like, I'll do description.
I did put links last week. My trolling and the dick picture and the C3PO. So, but you know what? Fair enough. He's like,
there you go.
Like that Senpai Smash Twitter.
It's still like it. Just so you know, I haven't moved it.
Why is he wearing a T-shirt? That's what's so funny.
He was cold. It's a cold basement.
All right. Do we have a prompt for listeners for the mailbag for next week?
Okay, so what you would like... I've got a couple things. So for mailbag, you can email us at... Because someone took the bad Melee stat, and I wasn't not going to use Gmail. Email us at badmelee.com@gmail.com. And there are a few things. Number one, what is the next guest that you would like to see on the Bad Melee podcast? Number two, shoot us the email. And in it, I would like you to tell us what is your least favorite matchup. Number three, and this is more of a serious one, which will naturally not be taken seriously because you're fucks. How can we improve the blog and the podcast? What can I do to please you people?
As his mic is just dying and his voice is barely coming through.
God, technology's so dumb.
Oh my god. All right, I think because Griffin's mic is taking a shit onto his desk, we're gonna have to wrap this up. Thank you all for listening. We told you we would.
Just so everyone's aware, Anthony and I have the same mic, and his sounds to me just like I do to him. So I blame Discord. It's a ping issue.
God damn it! There's got to be a way. ManHub, please buy us a better program for peer-to-peer speaking. Thank you.
Please, ManHub. You know how much we like the fact that you sponsor it, but you got to start pitching in more.
Yeah, you can't just have the name on it.
Shapes of like left-leaning dicks. Okay, we need something else to make this work.
We're dying out here, dude.